So we're heading down to Christmas Valley, Oregon to go help out a farmer who's having a very puzzling issue with one of his trucks. They've tried all sorts of stuff, it's not working. So we gotta go get hooked up to the Zacklift, towed back up here to Bend to a shop where they can get it in, really dig into it and figure it out. But first, we've got to fix my own truck because this one here's got an air leak way up under the cab. It's not anything bad, but it is annoying. It's not even to the point where you actually have to do anything about it, but it'll get there eventually, so might as well fix it now. So it's one of the push lock couplers is just failing like they all do. So I'm gonna get up under there, fix that air leak, and then we're gonna load it up and we're gonna head south. And yes, if it sounds like I'm a little bit sick right now, it's because I'm a lot of bit sick right now. Have been for a while. It's super annoying, but there's nothing we can do about it, so we're just gonna ignore it and get to work. Okay, I think we're gonna need this splitter, this reducer, and this little jumper line. And if you look through that gap right there, all the way back up in there, where there's a bunch of air hoses and stuff like that, that's where we're going. It's actually right about here under the cab. About the worst spot to get to. Okay, up in there where this was, this goes from a 1/2 inch inlet to a 3/8 outlet and to a 1/4 inch outlet, and I did not have this specific fitting, so I went 1/2 inch inlet to 2 3/8 outlets reducer, then it continues on 3/8 like it's supposed to, and then another reducer down to 1/4 inch there. That's not ideal, but that's what I have right now to make it stop leaking. I don't have this specific fitting, so I'm going to order one in brass to replace all that correctly. But I didn't film like actually replacing it because I couldn't find any way to actually film replacing it and actually do the job at the same time. So this has got to go. Got to find this same exact setup but in brass, and then gut all that stuff back out and replace it all with new. Because it's a fun part about trucks. So I'm going to get out of here. We get this started up, build air, shut it off, see if it holds air, and if so, off we go. Trucks are so dumb. I don't know why. I continue to think it's a good idea to screw with these things, but I just love them so much, and it's really a problem. Okay, truck's running. We just hit enough air pressure that it opened up the relay valves. It's inflating the rear suspension, inflating the cab bags, and that kicks in all the accessories. Now the PTO would work, which we're gonna have to fire up to fold that in, bring our boom in and put all that stuff away we didn't put away last time, but I guess we could do that while it builds to full air pressure, because I want to build it up to the full 130 before I shut it off and check for leaks, so it has all the air pressure. So let's go ahead. Yeah, we're at 60s where it kicks in the accessories, so now our PTO is active. We can go ahead and bring our winches in, put this boom away. I left it out after the last thing I did because I thought I was going to do more and then I didn't. You know, on account of getting sick at all and just not being into it. So we'll get it done now, and by the time we're done with this, the truck will have full air pressure and we can shut it off and see if those fittings are sealed up. Oh no, we're going to scratch the boom. Terrible operator. So much disregard. Now we bring this in, we'll latch our hooks in and go shut the truck off and check air. Done. I'm going to leave the wheel grids on. We don't need wheel grids for this job, but I'm also too lazy to take them off, and they'll just make it simple when we get there. So, full air, perfect timing. Let's shut this thing down. Oh. PTO fan still on. We need all the things to stop so we can hear the other things. I hear nothing. We're calling it good. Let's go. Okay, we're out heading through the woods here towards Christmas Valley. We go through all this section of woods and we pop out the other side into just dry, barren desert land that basically has an oasis right in the middle, and that's Christmas Valley. And yes, I know my windshield's dirty. It's kind of this weird thing that happens when you drive is your windshield gets dirty, so a lot of people complain about that, but that's just part of the deal. So we're gonna get through the woods here, then get out into the desert and go find this farm we're going to. Probably a hay farm, because that's what Christmas Valley's full of. And see, just like that, we're out in the middle of nowhere desert. So that over there is Fort Rock, which is a really cool natural formation to come out and check out. And then right here is the Fort Rock Ghost Town. These are a bunch of actual original buildings from out in this area back in the 1800s, early 1900s, that they went and they took apart and then brought back here and reassembled and then set back up with all the stuff and artifacts and things how they would have been set back up back in the early days. So that's a really cool thing to go through and check out. We came and explored both those things one day, and then drove all the way back into Bend on nothing but dirt roads by playing connect the dots through the desert and woods. That was a fun day. There's a lot of, as much as it seems like there's nothing out here, there's a lot of cool stuff to check out here. See, from barren, looking like wasteland desert to just fields of green, world-class farm crop out here in the middle of it. And there's our truck. They drove it out to the road for me, so that makes things easy. We'll pull in here, check it out, and see what we gotta do to get it hooked up. Okay, they're gonna get it turned around and parked out there, then I'll spin around and back up to it so I can rear tow it, and we just make this really easy. All right. Get this folded down and get our grids taken apart. So it runs and drives great until it warms up.
Yes. Then it starts to derate.
Then it goes to derate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cody said he changed a bunch of sensors and all that stuff, which he said thinking PCM or ECM, and my not this one, the other one was doing a whole bunch of funny weird stuff like that too that made no sense, and sure enough ECM. So yeah. Yeah, computers do funny things in trucks when they start to go bad. And when nothing else makes sense, my experience with having a few ECMs go bad in trucks is when nothing's making sense, it's the ECM. Especially if all the sensors have been changed. Back into it. All right, camera. You gonna screw me or you gonna help me? The good thing is with the wheel grids, I can actually look in the mirrors and see them. So when the camera starts being dumb, I can just look in the mirror. But we also can stop short and just extend out with the wheel grids. Actually, before we get too carried away, get our chains out. So before we shut it off, I had him raise the bed part way, and we put those blocks under so that I can get to the frame to chain this axle up. Turn around. Should be good right there. Tie up our steering wheel. And this is just extra safety. Get our light bar. What year is this truck?
97.
So about as old as it can get and still have ECM problems?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was running good, it's a good runner. Got the horsepower I need.
That's not gonna work. All right, tie down and safety chains, that's it. Doesn't matter. You left it off just for the water to roll out. It ain't gonna matter. Wind's just gonna blow against it. You can flip the latch if you want. Flip them up, open.
Open, open. That's closing. That was closing. Nope. Yeah, it's opening now.
Slowly.
It didn't go all the way open. Didn't go all the way open.
Hold on a sec. Now leave them open.
Go ahead and open it. Open it. Well, it did a little bit, but
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It'll be fine. Okay, so we're safety chain, tie down, axle, steering, lights, we're good to go.
Sounds good, thank
All
you.
right, we'll get it up and dropped off for you.
All right.
You guys have a good one. Okay, dead on noon o'clock. And we're good. That was easy. So we're gonna head back about 2 hours north, back up to Bend to McCulley's Truck Center, where we're gonna go drop this thing off. That's where my rollback's actually at right now, so we're gonna check on that while we're there. And yeah, wheel grids. Some of the more professional heavy tow operators are probably gonna wonder why I use wheel grids to just go rear tow a simple dump truck. And did you see the part where I had to crawl under the truck to hook up? No, you didn't, because I didn't have to. That's why I'm using wheel grids. It makes it super simple. Like I said, I've been sick for a while now, so the less effort I have to put in to still do a proper job, the better. And wheel grids, on the things they work for, make life freaking easy. Other things, they make it a total pain in the ass. That's why you have both options. So this time, wheel grids. Simple and easy, hooked up and out of there. So I think we're gonna go through Christmas Valley town, stop and get some snacks for lunch, and then northbound. Okay, so I was totally wrong. We pulled out of that side road back to the main road. I thought the store was to the right, so I turned to the right, which is also the way home. Store is to the left in Christmas Valley there. So missed the store, ended up way too far out before the time I realized I wasn't gonna turn around and go back. Check out that sleeper. That'd be nice. So we ended up driving all the way back here to Lapine. I needed to get DEF anyway and fill up the truck. Don't need fuel, just DEF. So we're getting that done. Big ol' oversized pulled up next to us here to fuel up. We'll get this here, then we'll head up the road, drop this truck off, and check on my truck. Alright, we have made it here to McCauley's. And there's my truck right there. I think it's waiting on a fuel tank strap is what we're waiting for, which, having tried to order fuel tank straps for this truck, I know what a pain that can be. So, PTO kicked in and we'll go get this thing unloaded. Other gloves are in the back. Everything made it. No, I shouldn't say it yet because I haven't seen the light bar. Yep, there it is. Everything made it, no problem. What are you hooked on? Okay. You go back up here. Get my gloves. Hey, hey, hey. In. Pull off some safeties. And grab steering wheel straps before I forget. I guess I can't forget because I'm going to drive this truck over to park it. So I kind of have to remember. Everybody wants to know where you get these straps. The hardware store, that's where. Yes, they're online, but if you just search for self-retracting ratchet straps, there's 14 billion brands and you can find the one you like. They don't have any special link or none of those things that everybody always asks for. Okay. Windy. Back down. A little more. this one away. There we go. Okay. I guess I don't need to climb back over until I lower it down. There we go. I'll run it out. And now go down. And then those chains up there will go loose. So we can now pull these off. Need to extend out. The tires are sitting on the scoops, but I can put this away now. So I can pick up some. You don't have to slide these back in, but I'll go way in. Nah, yeah. But I've been doing it. I don't know why. How's it going?
I was just about to text you.
Aren't you tired of looking at this ugly thing yet?
I get to drive it every day. I get to go from here into the shop out every morning.
You should, if you just fix it, you could have gone and got this yourself. You don't need me.
God. I'm glad to see this thing here finally.
Yeah, it even runs too.
Oh yeah. For just a brief minute time.
So once it gets up to like 180, you said it goes into limp mode?
It is as soon as it hits 180, it starts to derate. Starts at 2,000 RPM, 1,500, 1,000 RPM, and then like 500.
You know how we fix this?
What?
Winter's coming, as you can see. So winter's coming.
Just not letting it get hot.
We pull the thermostat out of it, slap that thing back together. It'll never hit 180 and it'll run fine.
Dude, it's so
And then next, you say you fixed it,
Yeah.
and then next summer he's like, oh, it started again.
Yeah, and when it does it, no warning, no fault codes, no buzzers, no nothing. Very
Well,
hot.
that thing was only running on 5 cylinders, had all this other stuff going on like crazy, all kinds of bad stuff. Never once put a check engine light on.
What did it end up being on that one?
ECM.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember that. Yeah,
So-
see, that's what I'm leaning towards those bigs, but I'm just so hesitant to say, oh yeah, this little girl needs the ECM, and that not be the issue.
Yeah. Usually what I've seen is when it's makes no sense and all the other parts have been changed and it still makes no sense, it's the ECM.
Right,
Yeah. Because like, what else? If all the sensors involving heat have been changed and the wiring for them all ohms out just fine, it all goes back to one point.
And I have heard of ECMs having issues in not showing any signs of like
What's that? That one?
your issue.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I was leaning. I was like, dang it. But I was just tired of working out on a freaking dust pit out there.
What motor's in this?
M11 Cummins, the Select Plus ECM.
You know where there's a brand new and good M11 Select Plus
No shit,
ECM?
that is what,
Yeah.
that is what that is, huh?
Yeah. Swap it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Would you be alright with it?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, swap it, because that's the M11 Select Plus. Well, no, that's ISM technically. I don't know if the years are different.
Yeah, that's probably
Because that's the EGR version. This is going to be pre-EGR.
Yeah.
So I don't know if do some research. If that's the same ECM,
That's very interesting. I will have to see.
if that's the same ECM, pull it out and plug it into this one and see if it does it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try to get my hands on it like a test ECM before, I just went and bought it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, so yeah, that's technically an ISM, not an M11, but it's the same motor, just with the EGR on it.
Yeah.
But that means that ECM runs an
It's programmed
EGR,
for after treatment.
so it might not be the same as that one.
Interesting.
But that is same motor.
Yeah.
The motor's the same. I had to get my blocks out of this before I forget.
Peterson guy came by, no parts for your blue truck yet, so
Yeah.
just waiting.
Yep. Well, good news is, as far as waiting, tomorrow I'm busy all day. Wednesday I'm leaving for San Francisco. Then I'm booked up until Sunday.
With the big truck?
No, like out of town and all over.
okay,
So
okay.
that you got like, before I could ever possibly need that truck again, you have at least a week and a half.
Perfect.
I shouldn't say that.
I know, that's
But I do.
Tell me.
But
as soon as we get the parts, we'll be able to do it. So that compressor on the high side, I believe, it just wasn't coming back fast. So it wasn't building pressure enough. Everything else looked okay as far as leaks and everything. We pressure tested with nitrogen at like 280 PSI, no leaks at all. So it has to be something in that compressor.
Yeah.
Once we can get the pressures right, we'll be able to go from there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Raise the bed and put the blocks under so I can chain the axle up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This thing's pretty badass.
I like it.
It's cool. Super cool.
Okay.
I was about to take you if you wanted to pick up a service truck for me in Utah.
Let's do it. one you're buying?
Maybe it's gonna depend if I can sell my other rig.
I'm down to go to Utah.
It's perfectly running. I could fly down and drive it back.
That's not nearly as fun.
No.
Yeah, let me know.
It's a 2012 674, and I just got a 2014 and was gonna put a service body on it. And I found this one, like already fully
ready
set
to
up.
go.
Yeah, just and it's set up nice. It's got like coilover conversion, and it's got 37s. It's like perfect setup. But
Nice.
I was like, man, I just bought that other rig, so now I'd have to sell it. I can't have both of them.
Says who?
I know. Probably my wife.
Hey, does she work here or not?
No, she doesn't.
All right. Okay, problem solved. All right, we'll see you later.
Have a good day.
You too. That's Cody. He owns the joint. Well, him and his wife do technically, so I guess she does kind of work here. I still say he should do it. All right, let's get out of here.